Rivers are often considered simple natural features on our planet. However, these constantly flowing bodies of water, which often run through cities, forests, and fields, are not so simple. Over the years, countless discoveries have emerged from these bodies of water, discoveries that intrigue people and at the same time make them fear venturing into unknown waters. Number 1. Have you ever gazed upon a face so hauntingly beautiful yet so enigmatic that it stays with you long afterward? Well, that is precisely what the face of the woman discovered in the Seine River made many feel. In the 19th century, a young woman was discovered in the Seine River. She was found floating in the water, showing no signs of life, but there was something on her face. She was quiet, almost as if she was sleeping. With her identity unknown to her, she caught the attention of many. In fact, after her discovery, a pathologist thought her face was so remarkable that she made a mold of it, a death mask. This mask, showing her soft features and a slight smile, began to circulate. People made copies and soon this woman's face was appearing everywhere, in people's homes, in art studios, wherever she goes. And so, today, you can see the face of the Lady of the Seine River almost everywhere. But she is perhaps best known for being the model for the lifeguard mannequin. That's right, the most kissed face in the world. But even with all this fame, no one knows who she really was. Her story remains a great mystery. Number 2. Ancient Roman architecture is still amazing today. From the Maison Carrée Temple, built around 16 AD, to the iconic Roman Colosseum, built in 125 AD, these structures have maintained their robustness despite exposure to rain and sun. This has intrigued scientists, who have wondered why Roman concrete was so durable. For example, the Pantheon in Rome, the largest unreinforced concrete building, has still stood since 125 AD. In contrast, modern concrete wears down over time. For years, scientists have explored various theories to understand the unique strength of Roman concrete. For a long time, it was thought that the unique strength of Roman concrete was due to the volcanic ash they added. The Romans were the first to do this, which seemed like a logical idea. Others believed that lime was the key. However, a group of scientists from MIT, Harvard, Italy, and Switzerland, led by Admir Mazik, a professor of civil engineering at MIT, found bright white minerals in the concrete, called lime clasts. These experts discovered that ancient Roman concrete had the ability to repair itself, filling cracks as they formed. This was possible thanks to a process called hot mix, which created a concrete with reactive calcium. When cracks formed and water entered, the lime clast dissolved and recrystallized, repairing the crack and reinforcing the structure along with the ash. Number 3. The Shroud of Turin, an ancient canvas with the image of a crucified man, has generated debate for more than 500 years. It is questioned whether it is the shroud of Jesus Christ or a medieval forgery. The 14-foot-long canvas depicts a man with crucifixion wounds and has characteristics of a photographic negative. The early history is uncertain, but in 1453 it was acquired by the House of Savoy and taken to Turin in 1578, where it still stands. Intensive scientific studies have both supported and questioned its authenticity. In 1898, a photograph revealed a negative image effect, suggesting an impression on the resurrection of Jesus. Although some argue that medieval forgers could have achieved the same thing, studies in the 1970s indicated that the image was not created with dyes or pigments. In 1988, a carbon dating test placed it between 1260 and 1390 AD, leading most to consider it a medieval forgery. Despite arguments about errors in dating, debate persists between medieval evidence and claims of authenticity. Number 4. In the minds of many scientists, places like the Chunaytampisca River in Peru persist, which continue to defy the laws of science by boiling inexplicably. This unique river continues to be the subject of study, challenging our understanding and reminding us that, in the vast panorama of nature, there are still corners that challenge our current expectations and knowledge. The river's name, which means boiled by its heat, suggests an intriguing phenomenon that has baffled scientists. Although the reason behind its extremely high temperature, around 100 degrees Celsius, is not completely clear, the scientific community agrees that the fundamental cause lies in a fault in the Earth's crust. This amazing river has a length of 9 kilometers and its waters are not suitable for bathing due to its scorching temperature. Despite this peculiarity, along its banks live ancient tribes who consider the river sacred. The strange thing about this phenomenon is that there is no apparent volcanic activity in the area. The most likely hypothesis is that hot rocks exist somewhere underground, generating this unusual thermal effect. This natural enigma highlights the complexity of geology and the Earth's ability to surprise us with unique phenomena. Number 5. In another corner of the world, in Syria, there is the ancient Indara temple, which dates back to the 13th century BC. Throughout its extensive history, the temple has experienced unusual events, one of the most notable discoveries being the unique footprints found in its floor. Although there are theories that suggest these footprints could belong to an ancient clawed monster, uncertainty remains. Some believe they could have been left by a human or even a god with a height of 20 meters. However, the presence of footprints with what appears to be shoes with curved toes contradicts this latter theory. Although the nature of the footprints is a mystery, their authenticity is undeniable, dating back to ancient times. Number 6. The sea monster of Hooksea Island, an island off the coast of Australia, is a tranquil national park known primarily for coral reef diving, but it wasn't always known for its beauty. In 1964, a French photographer named Robert Le Serrec spotted a giant creature near Stonehaven Bay on an island. He at first thought it was about 30 feet long, but then it appeared even larger, possibly more than 90 feet long. Le Serrec described in detail what the creature looked like. Although some experts thought it could be a large eel, this idea was ruled out due to its size and location. There were questions about Le Serrec's intentions and some controversy over the photographs he took. Like the Loch Ness Monster, the mystery of the Hook Island sea monster continues to be debated in the cryptozoology community due to some strong evidence supporting its existence. Number 7. Across vast landscapes and tumultuous seas, to reach the inhospitable shores of Scotland. There, in striking contrast to the majestic columns and temples of Ephesus, lies Skara Brae. A silent but powerful testimony to early human communities and their ways of life in a world not yet dominated by the structures and grandeur of civilizations. Ancient. Skara Brae hides on the remote and mysterious coasts of Scotland, emerging as an archaeological treasure that sheds light on the dawn of human civilization in these lands. Located on the island of Mainland in the Orkney Islands, this Neolithic settlement offers a fascinating glimpse into the daily lives of its inhabitants approximately 5,000 years ago. What makes Skara Brae particularly notable is its exceptional state of preservation. Despite the centuries that have passed and the natural elements that have challenged its existence, the stone structures that make up this ancient town have stood the test of time impressively. Walking through its narrow streets and entering its underground dwellings, one is immersed in a world where the community lived in close harmony with nature and its limited resources. The houses of Skara Brae, built of circular stones and covered with peat to provide insulation, show remarkable planning and architectural knowledge for the time. Each home is equipped with designated areas for sleeping, cooking, and storing food, evidencing a society that valued organization and comfort within its limitations. Although the exact purpose and ultimate fate of Skara Brae remain shrouded in mystery, archaeological excavations have revealed tools, artifacts, and human remains that provide invaluable clues into the life, beliefs, and practices of its ancient inhabitants. This evidence suggests a resilient and adaptive community that depended on the sea, agriculture, and community collaboration to survive in a challenging environment. Today, Skara Brae stands as a quiet but evocative testament to the deep roots of human civilization in Scotland and beyond. Through its ruins and artifacts, visitors have the unique opportunity to connect with our Neolithic ancestors, honoring their legacy and recognizing the importance of places like this in the global narrative of human history. Ultimately, Skara Brae is not just an archaeological site, it is a window to the past that invites us to reflect on our connection with previous generations and the continuous search for understanding about the origins of our existence as a civilization. Number 8. The creation of numerous beautiful statues in ancient times, whose human origin is plausible and credible, is overshadowed by those that provoke amazement and admiration, such as the monumental statue of Buddha in the Chinese city of Leshan. Located on Mount Amei, this statue stands directly on the rock, reaching an imposing height of 71 meters, with the head rising to 15 meters and a width of approximately 30 meters. This majestic work is believed to be more than 1,000 years old, and scientists postulate that its construction took place during the Tang dynasty in the 8th century. Although the Chinese have historically demonstrated remarkable engineering prowess, the creation of such a magnificent structure raises questions. Not only is this a challenging task for the time, but the presence of other stone images nearby further complicates the mystery. Is it plausible that something so grand could have been erected without the use of machinery? Although it is stated that construction took 90 years, the magnitude of the work seems to defy logic even for that long duration. Among the local population, there are diverse beliefs. Some maintain that the statue is the product of advanced civilizations, while others even speculate about its extraterrestrial origin. What is your opinion? Although the Buddha statue can find a certain explanation, not all unknowns are so simple. Number 9. Nan Madol, a place you may have never heard of. This archipelago, located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, surprises by revealing the existence of stone palaces, temples, tombs, and residences built between the 13th and 16th centuries. These findings defy expectations of what could be found in seemingly remote corners, offering an enigma still unsolved. The question remains, who could have embarked on the construction of something so monumental in such distant lands? Scientific explanation suggests that this remote location could have housed the local elite and members of high society, perhaps serving as the government residence. Although this theory has some validity, an intriguing detail emerges: the archipelago has virtually no sources of fresh water. Is this a suitable location for a capital or government headquarters? Personally, I find this aspect quite questionable. Another hypothesis suggests that the Nan Madol complex had cult relevance and religious significance. Although this idea could be true, it remains only a conjecture so far. The complex has suffered significant damage, making it difficult to understand its exact function. Scientists have not yet managed to unravel this mystery. Number 10. Is Yonaguni a natural monument, or do the detailed features suggest an ancient civilization at sea? Discovered in 1987 near Japan's Ryukyu Islands, this underwater site spans more than 150 feet, or 46 meters, and features distinctly shaped rock structures such as steps and blocks. While some geologists see it as natural formations caused by seismic activity, there are those who think it could be a Neolithic settlement that was submerged by rising sea levels after the Ice Age. Although its origin is a mystery, Yonaguni fascinates with its intriguing characteristics. Divers encounter surfaces that raise questions about their nature. Are they human marks, natural wear, or ancient symbols? Like the mysterious Atlantis, Yonaguni evokes curiosity from the deep sea. Number 11. Lying eerily on the seabed off the coast of New Jersey is a fleet of forgotten steam locomotives, dating back more than 170 years. These rare Planet-class locomotives, built in the 1850s, were first sighted in 1985 by a local diver, more than a century after their enigmatic journey to the depths of the ocean. The discovery of ancient locomotives at the bottom of the sea has raised questions and surprises. These locomotives, from the 1850s, are believed to number around 12. Despite the corrosion, they appear to be in good condition, and are located vertically in the marine sediment. They appear to be arranged as if they were in an underwater station, giving rise to speculation about their origin. Some think that a storm carried them out to sea while they were being transported on a barge. Others believe they were intentionally sunk for reasons such as insurance or to dispose of old technology. Number 12. In March 2013, an exploration team completed the deepest salvage operation ever recorded in the Atlantic, recovering more than 1,200 kilograms of silver bullion lost during World War II. Odyssey Marine Exploration recovered bullion from the SS Gairsoppa, a British ship that sank in 1941 near Ireland after being attacked by a German submarine. The ship was carrying valuable silver valued at £150 million today. The loss of this ship contributed to the United Kingdom abandoning the gold standard. After years, it was located, and with advanced technology, more than 1,200 silver bars were recovered from the seabed. Despite the weather, the Gairsoppa now has coral formations and ecosystems. Her story continues to be linked to the riches and tragedies of the sea. Number 13. Near the reefs of Egypt's Red Sea lies the wreck of the SS Thistlegorm, an armed merchant ship of the British Merchant Navy bombed and sunk during World War II. Since its discovery in the 1950s, the Thistlegorm has become one of the most famous and accessible shipwrecks in the world, offering divers the opportunity to explore a time capsule of the war. On October 6, 1941, the 413-foot ship Thistlegorm was sunk by German pilot Heinz Wolfgang Schauer near Ras Mohammed. The ship was carrying supplies for British forces in Africa, including trucks, motorcycles, aircraft parts and other war items. Depth charges and an attack accelerated her sinking, causing the deaths of 9 sailors. Rediscovered in 1956 by Jacques Cousteau, today divers find it intact on the seabed, filled with goods, such as motorcycles and trucks, that are testament to British power in war.